Hi folks, welcome to Alfred Hitchcock Week on the Movie Reviewers 100 channel. I'm RAYDVD, and the film I was going to speak about was one of his early silent films. It was the beginning of the classic Hitchcock. This was the film that sort of he just started to get his style into his films. But I'll come back to that in a wee bit. And the only other film I've got in my collection was Psycho, but I wasn't really wanting to speak about that because it's his best well-known film, and I was wanting to check out one of his other films. I've only actually seen about maybe 4 or 5 of Hitchcock's films, so I was wanting to pick a film that I hadn't seen. So I picked To Catch a Thief. It was made in 1955. It stars Cary Grant and Grace Kelly, Princess Grace. And the basic story is Cary Grant plays John Roby, who is an ex-cat burglar. He's living on the French Riviera, where in the war he became a hero with the French resistance, and he gained his freedom from a stint in jail because of his exploits in World War II. Beginning of the film, we see a cat burglar going across the rooftops and nicking all the jewels from the local biddies. In the town where he's situated just now. So prime suspect is John Roby, aka Cary Grant. We see the police going to his villa and that, and they're about to arrest him, and he's going to be the one that's caught for it and stuff. But he escapes and he goes back to a restaurant where all his ex war buddies are, and they're all sort of criminals. They were on the French resistance, and they all think it's him as well, but they still help him out to escape. He goes and he goes to the insurance guy that's having to pay all the money for the jewellery that's getting nicked, and he says that he's innocent, but he'll find the 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 cat burglar, whoever it is, and then he says then that'll prove his innocence and stuff. So that's the basic of the film. So he gets a list from the insurance guy, where the next targets are, and the sort of next target is going to be Grace Kelly's mum, and he gets he meets them and stuff, and then he sort of falls for Grace Kelly, and then it begins, it's a typical Hitchcock film, there's loads of twists and turns in it, and you'll know who's the cat burglar, and that's the sort of the plot devices that you would expect in a classic Hitchcock. There's MacGuffins, and there's leanings towards, is it this character or is it this other character? So I'm not wanting to give the plot away because that's part of the intrigue of a Hitchcock film. It's the sitting down and watching it and stuff. So I'll talk briefly about Hitchcock. Like I says, I'd watched The Lodger, which was made in 1927, and it was the first film. It was a critical and it was a commercial success, and this is the beginning of where Hitchcock got his style from. He trained in Germany in the German expressionist films, where he got that style. Alan was saying that the styles that he was looking down on in the film that he was speaking about on Friday. This was one of the scenes. He had a visual style that was really, really classy and very good to watch. And the way he had his camera moving as well, I was reading that it mimics the audience's eyes, as if we're actually being a part of looking in at these characters and stuff. Classic things about a Hitchcock film is they were basically all had cool blondes in them. There were all these icy blondes that would throughout the film would change into sort of sensuous beings and stuff. And then he would have his main sort of actors. They'd be fleeing from the law or whatever, and they were there to get the right, to make right from wrong and stuff. And these were sort of the typical Hitchcockian sort of themes and stuff. The Lodger was one of the first ones. I highly recommend that. I don't think a lot of people know that he made a lot of silent films in the early days, and the British Film Institute have just actually digitally remastered that film, which was absolutely brilliant. He would use a lot of actors as well. You know, Cary Grant appeared in 4 films, James Stewart appeared in 4 films. These were probably his 2 favourite actors, and they were just superstars of their day. You know, they were Hollywood legends. Grace Kelly appeared in 3, and there's a couple of other actors that would appear in films as well. And then we'd have his character actors in these films as well. Alfred Hitchcock, one of the best. You know, I really want to take time out and maybe get the Blu-ray box set. I see Ian's got it, and a few of the other guys have got it. So I think I would hang off for the Blu-ray forms of these, and really enjoy them. You know, it's Alfred Hitchcock. You know, really funny guy as well. You know, there was a humour to his films as well as the suspense and the visual style as well. You know, he liked his humour, and you would always see him in his films as well. Look out for the wee cameo roles and stuff. So yeah, To Catch a Thief, it's a good film. I would give it a 7 out of 10. At the beginning, it's pretty good. You know, it starts out pretty fast paced, and then it sort of slows down a wee bit in the middle, and you look for the big payoff at the end. Not one of Hitchcock's best, but I would recommend it. You know, it's a good solid 7 out of 10. And yeah, Alfred Hitchcock week. So look out for the other guys' reviews to come. Bye for now.